The next thing I would like to do is focus our attention towards our 3-axis milling module and go through some of the very powerful 3-axis methods that are offered in VisualMill. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in a part that has several features, which has sculpted surfaces, drafts on the part, fillets on the part. So parts like these are ideal for 3-axis programming. So the typical workflow in here is to define your stock geometry in here, so you can specify the stock dimensions. I'm going to go with the stock that's 3 3/4 of an inch. Establish the origin. So in this particular process, I'm going to set the origin to the lowest Z in the southwest corner. And then I'm ready to program some toolpaths. So the typical workflow is, first you want to rough it out with the large cutter. So we'll go to 3-axis and select horizontal roughing. In 3-axis milling, the containment regions are primarily used to restrict or contain toolpaths to specific areas. So in this particular case, since I would like to rough it out from the entire stock plan and bring it as close as possible to the finished shape of the part, I'm going to skip the selection of containment regions and go specify a tool. So I'll use a 1/2 inch end mill, set the feeds and speeds and currents, very similar to how we establish the feeds and speeds and currents in 2.5-axis operations. We'll specify our cutting parameters. You can specify the cut parameters. You can set your step over, your step down controls under the cut levels tab. You can also specify any additional parameters, like if you do not want to cut below a certain depth, you can specify under cut level containments, and then selecting generate will compute the toolpath. So the system automatically analyzes your part, the stock that you define, and creates your roughing toolpath. I'm going to hit simulate to run through the simulation. Now VisualMill also offers a variety of other toolpath methods in here, so I'm going to quickly go over some of the other methods. So I currently have a part that has several different methods programmed in here, and I'm going to go ahead and load in one of those parts, which includes some of the other methods. As you can notice here, we have a roughing toolpath followed with a finishing toolpath on it. So I'm going to go through the process of running through the roughing toolpath simulation, and there's your finishing toolpath in here as well. So there's a wide range of toolpath methods that are offered in VisualMill, starting with roughing, finishing. You also have horizontal finishing, which is finishing in levels, radial machining, 3D offset pocketing, pencil tracing, and remachining. So you can take a look at all of these different methods by also downloading a demo or evaluation copy of the product and play with each of these methods.